The sideboard. I am Reuben Bresler, and I am here live at Star City Games Providence, and we have a top 8 for you, and I'm going to break down the matchups real quick. The first matchup I'm going to break down involves a name we haven't heard in a little while, and that is Edgar Flores, who used to be a mainstay in the Star City Games Open Series. He is on blue-white control. I was watching him play a little bit today. He has a much more traditional list than the blue-white-red control that Todd Anderson won with last week, with a much more stable mana base with both Azorius Guildgate and Azorius Keyrune. He is the #1 overall seed at 8-0-1. He decided to play out the last round to keep that #1 overall seed. He is up against Mark Blesso. Mark has an interesting junk tokens list that has Lingering Souls, Intangible Virtue, fighting alongside Armada Worm and Thragtusk. So that would be an interesting matchup. I'm hesitant to say which one of these two decks is going to win because Edgar's on the play, even though I think the Lingering Souls deck tends to have the advantage against the more traditional control. I will, however, predict that the control deck will win this one, mostly based on the sideboard of 3 more Supreme Verdicts for Edgar, and there's not a ton of control things for Mark. He does have 1 Vraska, 2 Appetite for Brains, but he's more geared towards aggro matchups. He's got a full play set of Centaur healers, for example. So I tend to hedge towards the blue-white control deck, although I'm hesitant to bet against Lingering Souls when the deck has Terminus in his opposition's deck. So that's feature match #1. The match that you guys will be seeing on camera is Elliot Walczewski and Jake Mondello. These two players haven't been on camera yet today, and they are playing Blue-White Miracles and Jund. Elliot's Jund deck has a pretty straightforward list, not a whole lot of messing around with his list. He's got 4 ofs and 3 ofs, pretty much extensively. Whereas Jake has a similar idea going on, but he's got a couple of spicy singletons, including a main deck Jace Memory Adept, which will help him against these mid-range and control type matchups. Elliot's going to be on the play, and he's also got 3 main deck Rakdos Return, so I'm going to predict Elliot's going to take this one down. His deck just seems more focused. Jake's deck just seems a little bit all over the place for my taste. But again, I think that all of Jund's matchups so far have just come down to drawing correctly and drawing in the right order. And so while he might have a slight edge, it's not going to be a blowout in either direction. The next matchup we have is Jason Ellis versus Dan Jordan. This one I do actually think is going to be a little bit of a blowout, unfortunately, and it's not going to be in Jason's favor, which is too bad because I like the Blue-White Humans deck. He's got the War Falcon version. He's also running Champion of the Parish. He does have 3 main deck Thalia, so that could help him. But I think that Dan Jordan's list, which I think that this list is going to win this tournament. He has a junk Reanimator list with 4 Angel of Serenity, 4 Thragtusk, to which Jason has really no answer once you get up past the requisite amount of mana. I think that Dan should be able to take that one down, even though he's going to be on the draw in that match. They're going to be on Karn, which is the second table, with Jake and Elliot playing on camera first. The last matchup at the bottom of the bracket features our 2-seed Nicholas Heel, who is on camera several times today. He is also on Jund. He's on a slightly different build of Jund. He has 1 Zealous Conscript in the main deck, which I don't think will help him very much against the black-green zombies of Bara Dunau, or Duniau. I apologize if I mispronounce your name. Bara is a very energetic player, very excitable and happy to be here, and he's also got a very aggressive black-green zombies deck, the only true zombies deck here in the top 8. He's running the full 4 of Lotleth Troll and Dregmangler, as well as 2 Deadbridge Goliath. So there's a lot of green in his deck. This one's going to be a close one. I'm going to hedge towards Bara, actually, in this matchup, because I like his sideboard a lot. 3 Appetite for Brains and 2 Sever the Bloodline, being able to out mid-game the mid-game deck. It should be definitely close because of course, all Jund matchups are fairly close, but I think that Bara should be able to take it down in a couple of close games. So the first match we're going to go to is Jake Mondello on Blue-White Miracle Control against Elliot Walcheski, and we will start with the top 8 very soon here at Star City Games, Providence.